What's going on, guys? So today we're working on the 2000 Ford Ranger, aka Blossom. We're going to be changing out the brake lines. Now, I think I'm just going to throw it in this video that I did the bed liner here on the top rail because these ends were pretty rusty from the cap sitting here. This side was actually the worst side over here. This one was really bad, but I still had some bed liner paint left over from, I bought 2 gallons of it when I had my old 07 Ranger. I was going to do the bed on it again because we did the DIY. So, but still had it, and it turned out pretty all right. I'm happy with it. This way it's gonna keep from scratching this. I didn't do the bed because this is what I mean when I say it's all rusty. But we're gonna try and take care of that maybe at some point. Anyways, today is the brake lines. We're gonna be changing out. The main one that I wanna change out is the long run coming from the ABS module here. This line goes down to the frame rail and then it connects right about here to the line that goes to the very back here. Now the lines on the axle are actually in pretty decent shape, but this main line right here is getting very rusty. This one already has a hole in it. That's the way I bought the truck. So I had ordered a kit of stainless steel lines that unfortunately is actually for an extended cab 2-wheel drive Ranger. But I'm thinking it should still work because A, if it's longer, we just got to shorten it down. And if we got to shorten it down, that's not a big deal because making things shorter is easier than extending things. So let's get these out of the box because they're actually kind of like bent up in here, so we have to unravel it. So I'm going to get it out of the box, get over on my workbench, and start flattening it out. There's a lot of brake lines in here that I don't know what they're actually for. So I have the other lines sitting in penetrating oil. So what I'm going to do now is try and disconnect the lines to where they come in at. So, all right, let me go ahead and disconnect the line down here because I'll show you guys where the leak is. The leak is, I can get my light right there. That joint right there, but it's like right before the joint, it seems like. So I'm gonna try and disconnect these two from each other so then we can pull this line out and match it up with whatever line replaces it. So cool. All right, so this was the main line that was leaking, and I got it loosened, but then it snapped on both ends. So yeah, both lines have to get replaced, and the one line that was bent looks to match up for the most part, except for a couple little things. The old line had a stainless steel braid here that made it flexible. This one where it was bent did not. So might have a little difficulties trying to get it back in, but I think we should be all right. Because then, I mean, for the most part, the bends kind of all match up where they're supposed to be. So we should be all right. And like I said, these are stainless steel lines. I'll put a link in the description to where I found this kit. The only thing is I want to get the other line that's going to the back off, so we can match it up with whatever. But yeah, this one should be the front line, and I'm just gonna get that back one off to see which one of these is that one and if we have to shorten it. All right, let me go do it. Have you all ever seen that meme where it's like me spending time in the garage, and it's like a pie chart of like time split up of like working on the vehicle, doing this, looking for that one tool that you just had in your hand and misplaced, and it's like the whole pie chart? That's me right now. Looking for, not this wrench, not that wrench, totally different wrench that I don't know what I did with it, and the place where I thought I put it, it's not there. I thought I put it here, right here. Am I blind? Am I not seeing it? Yoo-hoo. Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. Did I put it in here? No. Did I put it over here? No. Did I put it under here? I did. There it is. Found you. You guys want to hear a cool sound? So I did a video when I blew up my jet ski. I'll link it up above. The slow motion sounds like a bunch of church bells because I had a bunch of wrenches on it, so when it blew up it threw all the wrenches everywhere. Anyways, go check it out. It's a funny video. So I'm trying to do this without dropping the fuel tank. However, the problem I'm running into now is the fuel line, or not the fuel line, the brake line is really tucked up in there, and I can't really get to it all that easily. So what we're gonna do is unbolt the two fuel tank straps, and we're gonna lower the fuel tank. So yeah, that should help us. So I got the line that runs to the rear axle out. I still have to get the fitting that it actually connects to back here out over there. But so you can see I did drop the fuel tank. I took off the two straps, dropped it just enough so I can get my hand up into the rail here, and pop out the line. So now we can put in the new one. Well, let's have to get the fitting off because this fitting broke off from here. This fitting snapped over here. So it was a matter of time before these brakes fully went out. Let's see which one looks like. Does this one look? This one looks way too short. Unless they made it two different lines. Alright, I gotta play with these to try and figure out how I can make this work. Alright, so I just took off the back old lines, about to put on the new ones. Still have to get some of the fittings out, but got the new lines up front here. The one that runs underneath here, like around the bell housing, that one is put in. This line right here is new. This one right here goes down to this junction here. And then this one is the one that goes around the bell housing, around the frame. The whole line underneath here to the rear is new. And I ended up not cutting the line. What I did was I snaked it a little bit. Just made nice gradual bend so it fit into here. So now we just have to take out these two fittings here, so then we can put in the new rear lines, and then we just have to bleed them. But I'm soaking the bleeders all in penetrating oil because they were very rusty. So just doing that, waiting for it to soak in. But yeah, not the prettiest looking. I mean, it's a pretty decent looking truck for the age of it and being driven around in the Midwest. So, but once we get these brand new brake lines on, can start driving this bad boy around. Well, girl, it's a girl. But yeah, all right. Just want to update you guys on the lines and what's going on. So I will catch back with you in a little bit. And the thing is with these lines, some of them, like, you kind of probably could have looked at them like, oh, I'm not going to change that until you start getting into the nitty gritty. Some of the places where you can't see, they were just snapping off. Like here were the rears. This one pretty much snapped here. This one pretty much snapped here. And here, they were, lines were done. They needed to be changed out, so that's what we're doing. Now it's gonna be roadworthy once again. All right, so I got the new lines done back here. Currently have the back open and it's bleeding. And in case you guys haven't watched my other videos, I bought this thing years ago when I had my 07 Ranger. You just hook it up, pressurize it, boom, good to go. So we should be all right with no leaks, but I'm gonna just do the lines, and you always start with the furthest away from the reservoir, which is this back wheel here. So we're gonna bleed this one. It looks like it's coming through clear without any air. Then we're gonna move to the next one on the rear, then to the front passenger, and then the driver, front driver. So let's go ahead and do this and make sure we have no air in the lines. We should be good. That took all of like 5 minutes. So the front line still had old fluid in it that was actually really ugly. The rear lines basically had nothing. And by old fluid, I mean there was still some residual in like these lines here, but this is what came out, this ugly stuff. But we put nice, fresh, clear brake fluid everywhere. Now we're just making sure that it's gonna hold PSI for about 15 to 20 minutes. I left it at 18 PSI. It was about 315 when I checked it. So while we wait for that, I don't want to put the wheels back on just yet. So otherwise, yeah. I think I just threw it in here, me painting the bed rails. Like I said, I don't know, it just seems cleaner now. I ended up putting this on for the toolbox. It's a weather strip that you can buy at like Menards or any of the home improvement stores. It's for camper tops, but I put it right here for the toolbox so it doesn't like rattle and wear off the paint here. And I'm gonna put a strip underneath the box to sit right here so it doesn't wear into this too much. And then who knows, maybe eventually I'll paint the bed. I was thinking about painting the tailgate, so I am gonna get this thing detailed, or I'm gonna detail it, I guess. I might start doing, no, I'm too dirty to clean it right now. Yeah, this is all from it just sitting, so I'm also going to get the windows tinted, not gonna lie. So I say so a lot. Yeah, I'll catch back with you guys. Okay, I gotta show you guys something. So I go to pull out the owner's manual because I wanted to check something. I find this in the glove box. Safety advice, Blue's Clues. This is a Ford, like Ford printed this in 2000. They partnered, I guess, with what was it, Nick Jr.'s Blue's Clues, have teamed up to educate kids and parents about automotive safety. I grew up watching Blue's Clues, but with the original Steve. Like, I'm not gonna do it, but I used to imitate Blue. I would be like, pow, 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 pow. This is funny. I knew I liked Ford for a reason. Maybe they ran Ford commercials when I was a kid after they would play Blue's Clues. Huh. Now I wonder. Because my dad, he had a 93 Ranger when I was growing up. Anyways, I just thought that was funny and I wanted to share it with you guys. Blue's Clues! Okay, that's not the, I know that's not it, but anyways, yeah. I had a notebook and everything. I definitely did. Still do. Not that type of notebook, but I keep a little notebook with me wherever I go for writing things down really quick. Yeah. We're still waiting for the line to hold. It did drop a little bit, like a very little bit, but I came in here actually to play with the brakes, so that may have been why, because, you know. Anyways, I will catch back with you guys. So it's been about 25 minutes. Just released the pressure. It only dropped a smidge, but again, I was playing with the brake pedal in there, so I was expecting it to go down. I haven't seen any leaks coming from anywhere. Scratch that. Found one. Alright, so we do got a leak from that line, which means we're gonna have to drop the gas tank again so I can get in there. That's cool. Unless I can get from above here, but I doubt it. Alright, so we do have a leak. We gotta adjust that. But everywhere else I don't see one. Which I kind of figured that spot was gonna leak because it was a hard to get to spot. Leaking from here? No, I don't think so. That might just be residual. Alright, let me just go ahead and I guess retying all this. Because that's the joys of working on your vehicles. You never know what you're gonna get. So, alright, gonna drop the fuel tank again. Alright. Just went through everything, tying everything up, re-bled the system again to make sure there's no air holes. I don't see any leaks. I put a fresh piece of cardboard under where this was leaking. I don't see anything dropping. That's all residual. That's residual. I sprayed everything with brake clean to dry it off so I could see if there's any leaks. Not seeing any so far. Brakes feel a lot better. Still a little squishy, but there's probably not much left in these pads from what I can see, so the pads are gonna have to get changed out. We might do calipers down the road, who knows. Anyways, I'm gonna throw everything back together and then we're gonna go take it for a test drive. Ooh. Yeah, let's see how the brakes are. Oh yeah, they're much better. We actually have brakes. Oh baby, we are back. Oh yeah. Go take this bad boy for a quick spin. Spinning them tires. Oh yeah. Alright, well, everything checks out. I don't think there are any other leaks. There was water that got splashed up in there on that side. Everything looks like it's just residual, so we should be good to go. I'm not going to take it to work tomorrow, still going to take the F-150, but that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. There will definitely be more videos on this truck, and now that I'm going to be driving this truck more often, there's going to be a lot of videos coming for the F-150, so stay tuned, and I will catch you guys later.